Good morning, student. I hope you all fit and fine at home. So, let us start our chapter 18, that is Freedom for India. So, student, before starting the chapter, thought of the day is one of the most sincere forms of respect is actually listening to what another has to say. What is the thought of the day? Thought of the day is one of the most sincere forms of respect is actually listening to what another has to say. I hope you all understand the thought. Student, in the previous chapter we have learned about the greatest leader of India and they fought for our independence and introduced many social and religious reforms, and the Indian National Congress has also played a very important role in the freedom struggle of India. Now, after that, partition of Bengal, and today we will discuss formation of Muslim League. So, for understand this meaning formation of Muslim League, first we know it. The British knew if the people of India stood united, they would never be able to keep them under control. What they thought about us? British knew if the people of India stood united, they would never be able to keep them under control. So, the All India Muslim League was founded by Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Salimullah Khan, and Aga Khan in 1906. The British were very happy in the beginning because of the formation of such a league. Why the British were very happy in the beginning? Why so? Because the British thought that the separating the people on the basis of religion would weaken them. That's why they felt happy. They thought this would keep the Hindus and Muslims divided. However, later the organization adopted the policy that made the British government uncomfortable. When British government uncomfortable, later the organization adopted policies that made the British government uncomfortable. What did it lead to? In 1913, the League announced self-government for India as its primary aim. Its primary aim is in 1913. The League announced. Which League? Muslim League. India Muslim League announced self-government for India as its primary aim. And now second, the League wanted to unite the Hindus and Muslims, especially Muhammad Ali Jinnah. What they wanted? They want to unite the Hindus and Muslims, especially Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Because in 1905, you know, na student, in 1905, Lord Curzon, who was the Viceroy of India, announced that the state of Bengal was to be divided into two parts, the eastern part which had a large number of Muslims and the western part which had a large number of Hindus. So, according to the British, Bengal was too big and difficult to rule. So, it had to be divided. At this time, Muslim wanted to league founded by Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Salimullah Khan and Aga Khan in 1906 after dividation of Bengal. And some principles also there. First, League announced self-government for India as its primary aim, and second, the League wanted to unite the Hindu and Muslim, especially Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Got it? Okay. Move on next page. It is page number 120. Third point. Later, the prominent leaders of the League demanded a separate nation state for the Muslim. Later, first, they make the League and announce the self-government for India as its primary aim. And after that, they wanted to unite the Hindus and Muslims, especially Muhammad Ali Jinnah. But later, The prominent leader of the league demanded a separate nation state for the Muslim. After the formation of Pakistan in 1947, it was renamed as the All Pakistan Muslim League. Okay, now after that, Swadeshi movement. Student, Swadeshi movement. So, Swadeshi movement, the partition of Bengal. When partition of Bengal in 1905, and Lord Curzon divide the Bengal in two parts, the eastern part and the western part. Okay, so the partition of Bengal led to the birth of Swadeshi movement. The term Swadeshi is used for sometimes something that belongs to one's own country. It is Swadeshi. It means this word used for something that belongs to one's own country. It was an anti-partition movement and opposed the decision of British of dividing Bengal. The prominent faces who led this movement were Aurobindo Ghosh, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bipin Chandra Pal and many others leaders. Let's learn more about this movement. So students, in this paragraph we learned about the Swadeshi movement. So students, Swadeshi movement means this word used for something that belongs to one's own country. It is Swadeshi. And it was an anti-partition movement and opposed the decision of British of dividing Bengal. The prominent faces who led this movement were Aurobindo Ghosh, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bipin Chandra Pal and many others leaders. So, first point for Swadeshi movement. This movement encouraged the use of goods which were made by Indians in India. It focused on the revival of the regional cottage industries. Revival means to become active. Now then, the people buy cars, the use of British for foreign goods, it was a mass movement in which every family participated. All kinds of foreign goods were burned. And then people burned the cloth which they had because those were imported from Manchester. They opposed and prevented shopkeepers from selling any kind of imported goods. And the selling and use of imported sugar was also discouraged. Large number of students, women and small children also participated in this movement. The movement started in Bengal and slowly spread to the different part of the country. So students, find out and write the name any two newspapers which were popular during the Swadeshi movement. Can you name this? So students, Swadeshi movement. Swadeshi movement is word used for something that belongs to one's own country. It is Swadeshi. Okay, student. Now, and especially think is that student in Swadeshi movement brought the Indians together. Bal Gangadhar Tilak of the INC means Indian National Congress led the movement and protest marches were held. British goods were burnt in the use bonfires and people shouted slogans like Vande Mataram. And the Indian newspapers became fearless and wrote openly about the British rule. So, the division of Bengal was not accepted by the Indians, and the day of partition on 16th October 1905 was observed as a day of mourning. Indians held protest marches, fasted, and sang patriotic songs. The partition of Bengal led to the Swadeshi and boycott movement. Okay, student. So, I hope you all understand the things. Okay, if you have any queries, any doubts, let me discuss in the doubt class. Okay, beta. Bye and take care.